Is Stungo Mackenzie Cullinan Joho Gifgados. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Mackenzie Cullinan. I am a citizen of the Muskogee Creek Nation and a recent graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. My project was Off-Reservation Muskogee Connections, centralizing resources for Muskogee citizens, and looked best at how to represent off-reservation citizens and connect them to Muskogee culture using virtual resources. Why off-reservation citizens? 2025, I did a research project that showed a critical lack of research in this area and showed the need for tribally specific and culturally grounded programs that promoted tribal identity, civic engagement, community cohesion, and strengthening the ties between urban natives and those who live within reservation or tribal boundaries. To do this, I created a one-year project starting in the fall of 2025 with a research project to ground the resource guide that came with 100 off-reservation citizens conducting a survey and interviews with on-reservation citizens. During this time, I also started working with my partner, the tribal liaison department in the Muskogee Nation. Between January and March was the analysis of these research results that I'll talk about in the next slide, the design of the resource guide, and the creation of 90 physical resource kits during my spring break, which also happened to coincide with interviewing off-reservation elders in Oklahoma City and filming at our historical landmark, the Council House, and different cultural craft tutorials that would be put in the virtual resource kit. After spring break and until now, I have been finalizing the virtual guide, getting approval from the nation to distribute the kits and the guide, and creating data collection and feedback forms for citizens to give their feedback. From the research, we found that 93% of people reported wanting more cultural resources. And from that, over 80% said they specifically wanted more language resources and the ability to teach the next generation Muskogee values, being the most important. Unfortunately, less than 50% reported feeling connected to the Muskogee Nation and or Muskogee culture, despite many saying that they felt that they belonged. They didn't have the resources to connect and feel that connection to those living on the reservation. To address that need, we had the physical and virtual resource kits. Starting with the physical resource kit, as I said, 90 kits were assembled during my spring break in March and given to the Beyond the Reservation department to distribute to off-reservation citizens all across the country. The kit includes 3 crafts, including the Muskogee woven basket, cornhusk dolls, and finger woven keychain, all that are kid-friendly to promote those values of teaching the next generation Muskogee values. All of these are culturally grounded and information is available on their resource guide. The physical resource kit also links to the virtual resource kit with the little pamphlet that explains the project. In the virtual resource kit, we have 2 different sections, the resource booklet that looks at the cultural craft instructions for those 3 crafts I talked about before, a virtual resource guide on how to connect, including Facebook groups, websites, and YouTube pages that have a lot of cultural information, as well as the fiscal resource guide from the Beyond the Reservation department that provides the ability to showcase what fiscal resources are available for those living in the state of Oklahoma and across the world. The other half is the link tree that includes over 15 links to relevant departments and resources that are organized for easy access of history, culture, and engagement. There is videos for each cultural craft, and like I said before, the Council House tour and information on Muskogee history from both the Smithsonian, Muskogee Nation, and other reputable sources, so that people can have one centralized hub for all of their information. Looking forward, as kids continue to go out, we are looking at the evaluations and seeing where we can improve both the virtual kit and possibly promote future physical kits going out by the nation. These evaluations will really give us feedback on where we can best help Muskogee citizens moving forward. Personally, I'm very interested moving forward in urban Native programming, both in local communities such as my community and the Triangle Native American Society, and other hubs of Native culture that promote both pan-tribal cultures, and then using virtual resources to connect people to their tribally specific cultures, such as Muskogee, for example, like this project did. For my own career goals, I'm looking to be going to law school, where I hope to continue to fight for accessible resources, making legal jargon more accessible to people so that they understand their rights, and specifically fighting for tribal sovereignty under the guise of federal Indian law and helping tribal communities promote what they think is best for their nations. Mido, thank you so much for watching.